What I'm saying is that our society has devolved to the point where we no longer hold people accountable that burn down buildings. Okay, and so that's a real problem. Okay, this then includes the idea of correction and punishment. It has to come from somewhere. If it doesn't come from the person, if it doesn't come from the family, if it doesn't come from the society, it is eventually going to come from God. But punishment and correction is necessary for the human person. The book of Proverbs gives several examples of what this word certainly includes. So I'm going to take you to first Proverbs 13:24, and it says there, "He who spares his rod hates his son, but he who loves him disciplines him promptly." Okay, now that's the word of the Lord. I don't care if it's a general precept as far as the correction of the child. It is the word of the Lord that a person is demonstrating a hatred toward his child for not correcting him. Once again, at what age is it supposed to be? In what, how much correction is he supposed to get? Is he supposed to be beaten once or 55 times? Obviously not, because the law says no more than 39 even for an offender. But you get the point, is that it's up to the parent to decide what it is. But if you're not going to discipline your child, the Bible says you hate him. Okay, and then Proverbs chapter 23, it says, let's see here, 23 verses 13 and 14, "Do not withhold correction from a child, for if you beat him with a rod, he will not die. You shall beat him with a rod and deliver his soul from hell." Okay, there you go with that. Oh, talking about that, just today, I'm glad that verse came up. Just today, I typed Acts 2, let me find this, I'll tell you what I typed, and then I learned something that I did not know. And so I'm going to share it with you because we all might be raptured before the commentary comes out in 12 days. And I just thought it was an interesting thing that I had never realized. Acts 2, he cites Joel, and then he gets down citing David. And he said, "For you will not leave my soul in Hades, nor will you allow your Holy One to see corruption." Okay, well, the older King Jimmy Bible says, "For you will not leave my soul in hell." Hades is a literal translation of the word from the Greek. Okay, hell used to mean what Hades means today. It doesn't mean you're going to hell and you're going to burn in fire forever. It's Hades. In other words, when they translated the King Jimmy, it was hell meant Hades, or in other words, Sheol, the place of the dead. It didn't mean the place of permanent torture. I've always thought of hell as the place of permanent torture because that's how our modern, thinking of the word is. But that's not it at all. But if you want to think of hell in the Bible, that would be what we think today, not the older meaning of hell, but the meaning that we think of today. That is known as what in the Bible? The place of punishment and torture forever. What is that known as in the Bible? The biblical description of it. It's called the lake of fire. There you go. Okay, that is hell. Okay, so I was listening to a sermon. Somebody sent me a link, and I thought, what a great point. What a great point. He said that nobody is, using the modern term of hell, not the older version, okay, the modern term, punishment and torture forever. He said, do you know that no person has ever gone to hell? Because you're always hearing stories, people, I went to hell, and I'm bringing a story back to tell you, you want to avoid this place. You've seen the videos, you've seen people make these claims, you've read the books. This preacher said no person has ever gone to hell, okay? The hell, not the hell of the old days, the hell that we think of now. And he's absolutely right. How do we know that's true? Because the judgment and being cast into the lake of fire isn't until the end of the book of Revelation. So anybody that says they've gone to hell in a book or in a movie or on a YouTube video, don't bother with it. Because it's not true. It is untrue. What?
Dante.
Yeah, so much for Dante and so much for these people that make these claims. It was a great point. I had never sat down and thought that through, and it's probably because of things like the King Jimmy Bible, which uses the term hell in the old sense, not in the new. But it's a great point. If you are sent a book that says that, just take the book and throw it away. It's not worth your time because it's not true. Okay. Anyway, I just thought that was a very interesting thing, is that hell in the old days did not mean what it does today. And now you know that. So if we get raptured before that is published in 12 days, then you already have that squiggle on your brain. Okay.